Uh, Hello? All right. We'll let more people come in. Okay. Hopefully, we get some more people. I got some last minute stuff I want to do before we get started. For those of you who will do show up, how y'all doing? All right, let's see who's here. Crew. Police Bang, how's it going? Hey, I'm going to give y'all some links real quick in case whoever's email or if I see you on Google Hangout, if you want to join in. So, if I give you a link, it should be either or Google Hangout or your email. All right, crew, check out. I got some last minute stuff. I wish I could get done sooner, but I ended up coming home as later as I thought and just finished my dinner. All right. See how many people I can get here. All right. All right. I didn't miss anybody. So, how was y'all day today, those who are watching? All right, we have someone here. Oh, hey, crew.
Oh, it's just nobody. It's just me. What's up, J Dog?
Hey, what's up? I'm just sending a bunch of links. I wish I could play some music, but I didn't want to play anything with copyrights.
Oh, hey, J Dog. I go through my my music. When I do my Sunday morning music, or you know what I mean, like Anything you want, dog. I got you.
All right, that's
I got
good.
beats for
Thank
you.
you.
I got music you can play.
All right, thank you.
You one of my day one YouTubers, dog. I got you. I got you.
All right. Right now, I'm trying to send out links and share this live stream. If there's anyone you were willing to share this live stream to, that would be good. So that way
Oh, I
we
got
can
you.
get
I
started.
can't even post on my page though, but
What
I can
happened? Did
probably
you get a
drop.
strike or something?
No, I'm talking about like I can't post like you know what I mean like you know how Angel Ramirez does or you know what I mean you put posts on there like you're on Facebook or something
Oh, okay, I
like
understand.
just drop the links. You know,
Yeah,
like if you get, I think if you got like 10,000 or something, then like you can repost the link to your old videos. You know what I mean? And it's like a post. It shows up. It's not like a video in your regular YouTube stream. It's like a post from the content creator.
yeah. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a long time before I ever get to 10,000.
Oh no, bullshit, bullshit. We're working on you, J Dog.
But thank you anyway.
No, you'll get there. Now I do have one suggestion though, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
you know how you start up your live stream and you know you're going on a hangout, right? You can click the button to get into the hangout, right? And you know you gotta wait till you gotta go on air, right? But while you're sitting there off air, you still have the link, so you can send out all the links. You know what I
I
mean?
think I've
In the
done that
hangout.
before, but it's just I kind of ran out of time today.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can do that because then when you're getting into your live stream, you can just have like some music playing, and you know you've already sent out the links, and probably make a
yeah,
you know make a email group or whatever. You know, of everybody that you know you're gonna send the links out to anyway.
yeah,
Because I think that's what I think Char Willie does on like for BGS's hangouts. She has
mm,
a list of people that she knows are going to be on the, you know what I mean, who she knows are approved to be on the panel anyway. So if they stop through, fine. If not, you know what I mean, no problem. But those are the people who always get a link. Period. You know.
yeah. What's I about to say? Right now, what I do have is like a contacts list on Google Contact where I have y'all emails and stuff. So I do have that.
Yep. Yeah, I would say make a group of like, you know what I mean, the certain people that you know you're always gonna send it to. Because if you're going back to the old hangouts, then it's sending to everybody that was in the hangouts too, you know?
Yeah,
And sometimes you might not want that because you might have been on a hangout with somebody that you not necessarily didn't get along with, you know?
you mean like I'm not even gonna
The
name no.
names who shouldn't be said.
Yeah.
Right. So you might have been on a hangout with that person, and then you're like, oh, no, I don't want to give them the link, but
Tell
everybody
you
else
the
in
truth,
there.
I never had that situation, so I'm pretty good. I'm about to see who else has showed up. All right. So far, it's Belize King, and so far the amount of people I do have here is up to 4.
Yeah, and y'all hit the like since y'all in here. Just hit the like button. It don't take nothing. Hit the likes.
All right. We have a lot of interesting topics today. We have the Camilla Harris situation. We also,
Oh, Lord.
yeah, we have what happened, a tragic event that happened to a Marine. Uh, uh, then we have the bike incident that involving those kids.
Oh, at the King protest, the Dr. King protest?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, we're talking about that today. I might talk a little bit more of Tariq Nasheed's, or right now he's been on a Twitter war with some people, including Terry Crews. Um, sometimes they'll talk about because of this whole. He's getting more of this popularity, some of it hatred, because of the whole First Them movement. If you've heard about that, and his stance on the Kamala Harris situation. Um, yeah, I heard that's one reason why some people are not going to vote for her. Belize Bang, but that's not my real reason why I'm not gonna, just because of who they're married to. But I am unhappy with like some of the policies. Like she doesn't have no agenda, and because there are some people, like you'll be surprised of what community they're willing to help. But yeah, the policy, she has no policy. Um, she like in of the pandering. Oh, you won't believe the pandering she has to do. She's doing. I'm gonna show a couple clips about all the pandering she's been doing for the past couple days.
Oh, Kamala, yeah, it's like that's where I got diverted with that that hashtag radio show, right? With Kamala, and
Yeah.
he's supporting Kamala, and I'm like, why? First, we got diverted into the argument of, yeah, she doesn't identify as black. Well, she did on the Breakfast Club finally when she announced she was running or something 9 months ago. But her dad doesn't claim to be black. She never claimed to be black. And then now all of a sudden, since she's running, she's black now. But if you look at her policies, that's why I've been posting all the PBT videos. You know what I mean? Like, no, even Nyla said that. That was her first sleeper cell, was Kamala.
First,
Like, Nyla has the sleeper cell series, right?
Yes, I know that.
Yeah, and her first one was Kamala Harris. Sleeper Cells, episode 1, Kamala Harris. Even Phil reposted it on his channel. Like, yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. Everybody knows what they're talking about, except for, I guess, those of us that are lying know what we're talking about. The rest of us don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but we'll get more into Kamala Harris later in the so.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to hijack the show.
Yeah.
Dog.
Well, let's get started with our first topic with the people. So I usually do like maybe the lowest topic. So let's see. Maybe we can get something. Y'all remember about what happened where the officer shot a security guard, mistaking him for the shooter? Police have finally identified the shooter. So I'm going to go to this article real quick. While we wait for more people, all right. So, police finally identify the white Illinois cop who fatally shot a black security guard after mistaking him for shooter. According to this, they're identifying the officer as I'm Kova. He's a 4-year veteran at the Mifflin Police Department. This is in Chicago, CBS reported. And as you know, the black man who was shot and killed in that incident is Jamel Robertson. He was a security guard, and there was actually another shooting that happened before this one, and the security guard ended up the security guard ended up hold on. This is another incident, but we'll talk about that one later because this one just came up. All right. So this guy right here, Jamel Robinson, ended up trying to detain the shooter until the person, the cops, the real police, got involved. However, when they did show up, Ein Covey ends up shooting this man instead, and they wouldn't give up the identity of the security guard.
Oh, that was that mall shooting
Yes, or I think it was
with a black
either
dude.
mall
He
or
was a
some
vet.
bar. Yeah, mall or some bar. But remember, this is the security guard. This is where the let's see.
Oh, I know that
Bar.
one. That's
Yeah,
the
this
one in
is that bar.
Chicago. Okay, that was in Midlothian or something. Okay, yeah, I know that story. Yeah, that's crazy because even the police were telling them no, that's the security, but
See
he got shot anyway.
that was the ironic was that the police that weren't eyeing, they already knew who he was and they tried to stop him. Usually the cops would just let him continue, but they actually tried to stop him and ended up shooting. I say that Covey needs to lose his badge and he maybe even get press charges against him.
Yeah, man, no, but look, I was talking to Officer Charles about that, right? You know Officer Charles, right? Charles Faulkner Jr.
Oh, okay. What about him?
Yeah, he's Baltimore police. He you know what I mean, he's over there with Angry Man and BGS and all all us over there. And but he said, yeah, but there's a certain way you have to do things as well. Because it's a tense situation. You know what I mean? And this is coming from his police training and 10 years in the military. But there's a certain way you have to handle things when you're in a situation like that. Yeah, we would like to say, oh, all the crowd said, oh, he's security. That's cool, but there are different nuances to everything. So if that cop was scared, and that's one thing he says, if you're scared, you shouldn't be the police. If you're always scared, why are you the police?
I know. And then they talk about that it's a dangerous job. And then I find out that there's lists of jobs that are actually more dangerous than police officers, to the point where the list doesn't include being a police officer for most dangerous jobs.
My job is on the list. Police is not on the list, though. But my job is on the list.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's so many dangerous jobs that are more dangerous than police jobs that the police job doesn't even get put on the list of most dangerous jobs in America or even the world.
Even the military is not on that list. Even the
Yeah.
military is not on that list.
If the military is not on the list, then the police would not be on the list.
I could even see it both ways. I could see if the military is not on the list and the police are on the list, or vice versa, depending on what kind of environment you're dealing with. Because if you're in the military, right, I'm not gonna say I know everything, right? I don't. But I know you do have some people that go inside and do reconnaissance to scope out the land and everything, right? But then you also have drones that fly over everything. You know what I mean? You got computers. If you're gonna launch some shit, you're gonna launch it from an airplane or aircraft carrier or something, a missile or something from a sub or something like that. So there are different things about it to where it's going to be safer than what you would think it would be.
All right. Hey, Belize Bang, I am trying to invite Life Machine Power. Is just I sent him emails and links. I just don't know if he's responding to them. So Hopefully, if he does see any of my links and stuff, hopefully he does come in. But that'll be up to him for him because I'm not sure, he could be working or something. So we're trying
Yeah,
our best to get him in.
I just say like go along with the stream. You know what I mean? Because people will come in once you steady talking. You know what I mean? Once we're on point, we're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
we're good right now with the amount of people. I'm not going into the hardcore stuff just yet, anyway. But this
Oh,
is some stuff that is not being talked about that does need to be talked about, and hopefully we get more to it. I just hold on, what I was about to say. I just got this story just now. Because I think I got where on my computer that whenever Atlantic Black Star has a new article, they just send me a notice. But right now, according to this, and this is very disturbing, very disturbing. I do have another story about strip searching, but this one is even far disturbing because a child is involved in this. First of all, I want to know if anyone could see the. Okay, yeah, case.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Right?
Community leaders demand action after black 12-year-olds were allegedly strip searched inside New York middle school. All right, so I'm gonna have to read at least a little of this article to figure out what's going on. Outraged members of a New York community are demanding answers after 4 12-year-old black girls were allegedly strip searched at a middle school last week. Progressive Leaders of Tomorrow, a local advocacy group, posted about the incident on its Facebook page Tuesday, saying the girls were questioned and strip searched by a nurse and assistant principal at East Middle School in Birmingham on January 15th, after officials say the girls appeared hyper and giddy during lunch. Well, maybe they were talking about something and it got them excited. According to the group, the girls' parents were not notified before the searches were done and only learned of the alleged incidents after the girls came home from school in the South Central New York State city near the Pennsylvania border. The children had their clothing removed and felt shamed, humiliated, and traumatized by the experience. The group wrote of the incident, which it claims was triggered by suspicions the students were in possession of drugs. While they were being searched, a nurse made disparaging comments about the Amazon of one girl and the size of another's breast. Really? This is just disgusting right here. They must be some pedophiles, that nurse and that assistant principal. The organization added the girls, as well as their parents, believed the school hints and excessive actions were racially motivated. Well, yes. We're not surprised there. The Birmingham city school districts were vehemently denied the allegation and say misinformation has been spread about the incident. School officials did not conduct a strip search, the district said in a statement. However, the district noted that school administrators are trained to monitor students' behavior that may sometimes require further evaluation. When conducting medical evaluation, it may require the removal of bulky outside clothing to expose a arm so that virtuals like blood pressure and pulse could be ascended. It added, this is not the same as a strip search. Yeah, so the school's beginning to lie. All right, I wonder if someone else has come in. Hey Victor, what's up?
Yeah, I'm fine, J Dog. How you doing?
Yeah, right now I'm just reading this disturbing article that happened in New York.
Crew, how you doing, Crew?
I'm good, Victor, man. You know I'm just teasing you. I have to tease you for a
Yeah,
minute.
Okay, cool.
we're just reading this disturbing news article from Tanasi Kenny of Atlantic Black Star. Have you heard about this incident that happened at a New York middle school? 12-year-old black girl was strips allegedly strip search, and the school is now denying it, and the community is demanding action against the school. First of all, if it's true, they should, because it's saying alleged, they say they should immediately begin a lawsuit. Most likely it did happen, but they need to start preparing for lawsuits, and hopefully could lead to criminal charges if they were not supposed to do that strip search. What do you have to say about that, Victor? Victor?
Well, the thing is that you should understand that yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Like, you should understand that we live in a society that doesn't really give a damn about our children. And I see a lot of stuff like this online where young black children are assaulted, beaten, treated a certain way. So this is no surprise to me. It's just that it depends. The New York middle school, is it run by mostly Caucasians, right?
Most likely, yes.
This is why I keep telling our people we need to start doing homeschooling. Send our children to the schools that where teachers that look like them, that wouldn't treat them that way. I was telling someone that she was complaining that her child was mistreated. I'm like, yo, you know the system you are in. You know where you're going. You know what the system is. It's going to treat your child badly. So when our people don't want to listen to other alternatives to put, where they could send their children, whether it's homeschooling or send them to the HBCU or send them to elementary schools where they have more of our teachers there, where they won't be disrespected.
There's a new style of schools that are popping up lately. These are called Afrocentric schools. So, yeah, those are starting to pop up.
Send those children to those schools. Like for me, people say, "Oh, fine, I did elementary school in the continent." I'm like, yeah, because this elementary school I went to growing up was mostly black women teachers, and those women were more motherly and teaching us, and they didn't treat us badly. But when you send your children to schools where it's caucasians that don't really give a damn, that want to treat away, what do you expect? It's only fools that send their children to be taught by the oppressor.
Hey, Victor.
Yep.
More to that point, right? I forgot who I heard say that, right? But like, you're gonna like a girl that kind of looks like your mom or reminds you of your mom because that's what you're used to, right? So with your child, if you're raising somebody else's child, right? So say I'm babysitting your daughter, right? And your daughter reminds me of my daughter, I might treat her better than I would some girl that doesn't look like my daughter. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I already have that affinity for my daughter and that looks familiar. So when you have white women teaching black children, unless they have a black son, there's nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're going to have an affinity for their white children over the black son, if you get me. Just naturally. They don't even have to be trying to do it. They're just going to naturally go by and go through for what they already know. That's the reason you buy it instead of an off-brand TV, because you already know the Sanyo name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's like for me, I schooled in I did school in Nigeria to Ghana to school. And the thing is that you will tend to appreciate, the children tend to appreciate when people like them, that look like them, teach them. Okay, even in terms of discipline and everything, it's better because you still look up to those people. They don't because what I noticed that here, these Caucasian teachers would treat these children badly, segregate them in the class, talk to the white kid more better than the melanated kid. It's annoying. It's so
And they
annoying.
do that up there too, don't they? They do that up there north of the wall, don't they?
Yeah, they do it in Canada. Canada is, gosh, it's
Up
like,
in
I keep,
Canada.
yeah, I keep telling people that I know of a case of what a female telling me, yo, the teachers in her school are telling her that her son needs special ed. I told her it's a lie. It's a big lie. That's what they do. They treat the black kids differently from the Caucasoid kids. I told her that that's a big lie. If your kid came to me and I taught him the math that's giving him issue, your kid will do very well because there's a way our kids learn mathematics. It's different from the way Caucasoid kids learn mathematics. Two different stuff. Two different stuff. I used to be a kid that didn't like math, okay? But my mom and my dad made sure that I was always, I was always trying to get the best. She was trying to get the best out of me. So that's the thing. Like people should try and understand that melanated children, think a certain way. Okay, so that's just the thing.
Yeah. And to the point of J Dog about that school, man, look, my daughter's 15. If somebody tell me they strip search her, somebody in that school is not going to be very happy at all. Like that's all I'm going to say about that. But like somebody in that school, probably a few people, everybody that participated is not going to be happy at all.
Yeah. All right.
They'll be very, very, very upset.
Yeah. All right. What else was I about to talk about? Oh yeah. Speaking of strip searches, the girls weren't the only strip search that happened. This Sandra Askew was a former Black Marine veteran. She was strip searched. This was a veteran. And now that individual is following a lawsuit. Now you hear about we're supposed to care about the veterans. We're supposed to care about the troops. That's what they were telling Colin Kaepernick when he was kneeling during the national anthem in protest against police brutality and stuff like that, because they said that what he was doing was violating, hurting the troops or something like that. But yet, what happened to this Black veteran? She's a veteran, so where's those same veteran groups that where are those veteran groups that are supposed to care about the troops and stuff? They're not coming out for this woman. Another group of people that are not coming out for this woman is those feminist group, the Me Too movement, especially the Black feminist movement, the same one that went after R. Kelly, but it's not going after these Illinois cops. This happened in Chicago, in Illinois.
Oh, but of course not. J Dog, you already know that.
And I did a separate video earlier. I did a separate video earlier on that incident, but yeah.
Because I want to know where Kamala Harris was when they were tearing down all of those homeless tent cities, in California. When she was Attorney General and all of that. Why didn't she prosecute people for stealing or this and that, this and that? if everybody's so behind the vets and everybody is doing all of this, you know, why are so many of the vets homeless? And I'm not saying all, by no means. I'm not saying most, by no means, but there is a significant part of the United States military veterans that are, you know, homeless. They're not getting the proper treatment. The VA is over flooded and everything, but everybody wants to holler about, oh, we love the vets, but they don't do shit for the vets.
I know they do nothing for the vets, but I
ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say
yeah.
nothing, but I say they don't do enough. Not for no people that like you said, even though it's not the riskiest job, when you get to work and when it does get to that, you are at risk. You know? When that bomb drop and you like, okay, you load your rifle and run, you know, at that time. Hopefully it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But geez, you are at risk when you are doing that and you're signing up for that. So you do need to get your benefits, you know? They need to fulfill their end of the contract.
Yeah. I just found out that Life Machine Power is doing his own live stream right now, but I'm just going to leave him a message. But I heard everything you say. Yeah, these people don't do much for the veterans. That what they try to do is they try to push it on us to stop doing the kneeling and protesting against police brutality.
Well, for me, I feel that we should kneel for police brutality, not just in America, but also globally. You know, back home, my country, you have the police officers harassing young boys all the time. It's just that we have a very easy way of handling. We have an African way of handling issues when they shoot one of us on the street or something. Like we go straight to their prison and we destroy the place. You know, also in Ghana too, and in other countries around the world.
No, I noticed Ghana though. Ghana, from what I've seen, you see out here, I don't know if it's in Canada too, but out here the police actually go around looking for shit. You know what I mean? They go around looking for shit. They're on patrol. They're looking for shit. Now, when I was in Ghana, they'd have checkpoints or something. You know what I mean? Certain places. But they're not walking around the neighborhood looking for, are you doing something wrong? I think the police need to be like the fire department. Did anybody call you? No, then go to sleep. Just wait. You know, nobody called you, so just stay where you are. You know, unless somebody calls you, why are you going to look to put people in trouble? No, if somebody has trouble, then they would call you. That's my experience in Ghana. If there's a problem, then they'll be there. You know, but other than that, they're just chilling.
They're just chilling. Yeah, it's the same thing with back in Nigeria. Nigeria is, if there's an issue, they come. Apart from the fact that they put the roadblocks everywhere, if they need them, so they don't just go to a neighborhood and start looking for, you know, hey, what are you doing? That kind of stuff. But also, we do have cases of police brutality in these areas too, apart from the U.S. In Canada, the same thing. The police are just moving up and down, looking for who, you know, they're hunting. Even the UK.
Excuse me. Shout out to LMP. Shout out Life Machine Power. You know, he up there in Canada with you.
Hey, shout out. Hey, what's up, LMP? Nice. Hey, hopefully when you're done your live stream, you can come over mine. I already left you a link in your email and maybe Google Hangout and also on the message board. So just look for it in any of those three areas if you want to come on later. But I hope you have a good live stream over at where you at. But I'm glad you decided to show up and do a little shout out. But thank you, Life Machine Power. All right, since we're in the situation of the police, you know about the body cams that they use, you know, to see things. Well, now there's now already police stations that want to get rid of the body cams, and we know the real reason why. But here's one of the few excuses they want to do, but we know the real reason. So, some U.S. police departments dump body cameras programmed with high cost. Is it high cost of the cameras, or is it high cost of the lawsuits that have to suffer when they end up showing the brutality and abuse that they show their victims and stuff? And maybe that's contributing to the high costs. But yeah. But let's see.
Well,
do you have something to say?
yeah, J Dog, I used to do law enforcement back in the UK, and we wore body cams. Okay, I use the body cams in case the person I'm making the arrest to, like, because I was more into traffic and
Hold on,
control, like arresting
you're
traffic defaulters and people that broke traffic laws. You know, okay. I used to work as a law enforcement officer in the UK, so we used to wear all those body cams and all those gadgets and everything. And I used to be in charge of traffic, like those that broke. I used to arrest those that used to break traffic laws. When most times when I use the body cam, is when the person gets aggressive. Okay, so that it won't be as if between me and them. So the body cam gives you. I use the body cam when the offender is trying to get violent towards me, because most of the guys I was always arresting, giving tickets to, were mostly caucasoids. So that entitled mentality they had of trying to show themselves off. I feel like, oh, this big 6 foot 200-pound black dude shouldn't have given me a ticket, and they get aggressive because they always been the aggressor. So I switch on my body cam. Okay. So the body cams were not expensive. Were very, very cheap. The company could have as much as 300 body cams in their disposal. Okay, so it's just that from what you're saying, from the report you're saying, those guys use it to do shady stuff. Shady stuff.
Yep.
They were not using it appropriately. They were using it to do shady stuff. That is why they're trying to clean it out.
Yes.
So when I saw that news, I was shaking my head. I said, "These guys are just using it to do shady stuff."
I found out about this stuff going on when I was on this when I was watching this live stream from this guy by the name of George Maycomb. So he was the one that brought up the situation on his live stream, and right now it's like they at the point where we're gonna have to basically go up to these town halls or these police departments and tell them that they need to keep these body cams, and that the only reason why you're worrying about cost is because you're actually being caught up all the police brutality that you caused. Now people are filing lawsuits whenever you get caught doing something, whether it's planting evidence and stuff. And don't think just because you don't have no body cameras on no more. Don't forget, there's cameras everywhere. You got surveillance cameras. You got the iPhone camera, your smartphone. Any other smartphone has a camera. We'll just watch you and record you. We'll put you on social media and stuff like that. So they're trying to do whatever it takes to cover up their shady stuff like they could in the 50s and 60s when cameras didn't exist. Well, at least the kind of cameras now. And now, yeah, they're being exposed, and this is going to getting rid of these cameras is going to expose them even more.
Yeah, like I was saying, like when I was doing the law enforcement job in the UK, I was always smart when I was using the cameras, because some people switch on their cameras. Some officers back then, trip over their cameras or switch on their cameras unknowingly, and they write shady stuff and they're caught. But for me, I make sure I use it appropriately. That definitely, they were trying to use the cameras to try and get some officers that were doing shady stuff, and they made sure that we use our cameras properly, because it was very necessary to have all these as evidence when you're doing patrol, especially when you're doing patrol. Because I was always doing patrol. I was always walking at the nights, from the afternoons till the night. and I enforced the county I was enforcing was mostly Caucasoid, so I needed the camera to
Oh yeah,
back
that's
up
what I was
any.
gonna ask you. That's what I was gonna ask you, Victor.
Okay.
Because when you're arresting them,
Yeah.
it's of another mindset then, because they're, in my opinion, they're thinking you have no right at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That was it was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with the badge and everything, no, you still
Everything.
nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
who are
Yeah,
you?
you're just the end. What do you think
Yeah.
happened? What do you think happened when that airport incident? They were willing to help the Asian guy because they wanted to take down the black guy, make the black guy that was taking him down look bad. Look what's happening in Minnesota. What's happening with
Dude that shot that Australian girl.
yes.
Right.
See,
And to make it worse, he's Somali, so they automatically imply Muslim, and they're gonna do him in twice.
yes. So all of a sudden, y'all now care about police brutality when it happens to one of yours, and now he's being heavily charged with intentional murder.
Oh, he got charged heavier than Jason Van Dyke.
Louisiana in the South. They're gonna
They
end up
charged him heavier than Van Dyke.
what?
I said they charged him heavier than Jason Van Dyke.
Yeah, they gave the two black cops that they accidentally killed the boy, and they felt bad. At least they felt bad because they were only after the father, who was now the father got arrested because he was accused of domestic abuse. But he at least those two black cops felt bad for shooting the kid. The other cops, and I mean, nor he felt bad for shooting the woman. Them white police officers, they feel nothing when they shoot black people.
Oh no,
But,
it's just business. It's just business. Oh,
yes.
yeah. Well, I had to do what I had to do. Oh well.
Yeah, but they're gonna give Dyke 6 years, and those two black cops get 4 years. So what they're gonna, how bad they're gonna hurt Noor?
Yeah, it's you know, we understand this. Even in the police force in the U.S., you know, there's a double standard. Okay, you know, you give less time to the
Hold on, you're
Caucasoid
breaking up.
police officers. You give more time to the melanated police officers. To the melanated police officers, and you give less time to the Caucasoid police officers, or you transfer them to another precinct to police. That's how the double standard system in the country called America, and also in countries like in Australia and the UK and New Zealand, they do the same thing. Like
Yeah, the European
I
nations,
was
Canada.
yeah, Canada, the same thing. I was attacked on street. I was called all kinds of names on street. They tried everything to try and break me on street, but I was like, no. Is that you obey my rule on street or you get arrested?
Yeah, very sad.
That's difficult. You got to get big like Officer Charles then, Victor.
Yeah, yeah. Like because I've done law enforcement in 2 counties in the UK. So I told one of the supervisors, like, yo, my dad was in the military for 28 years and nobody liked him on uniform. So I'm not gonna freak out if no one wants to see a brother in uniform. I don't care. I grew up in a family where the guys, my uncles were in the army, so my uncles were in the police, some were in the Air Force, so they didn't like them in uniform. Many of their friends never liked them, see them in uniform. So it's, to me, I was like, I don't care.
You know what you need to do, Victor? I'm not gonna tell you what you need, but I'm a suggestion. You should try join the military over here. They'll let you in and give you citizenship, especially if you got already training and stuff.
Okay.
Like contact the military office over here. You come out to North Dakota, there's Air Force and everything. Like shit, you might be flying a drone or be, Air Force security, MP or something like that. I don't know. You have to ask Charles and Cerulean, but from what I hear, like no, they taking people from Iraq and Somalia and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
So
heard
it's like
about that
if
too.
they
I heard that
and
they take.
not to say no class shit or nothing, but shit, if they put propaganda out, everybody from Iraq and Somalia is Muslim and crazy terrorists, right? But they still accepting them into the military. You know what I mean? Then well, then I guess Nigerians would be cool, Canadians would be cool. You know, that's just my logic on it. But you know what I mean? Like I said, ask them about it. But that'll be a way to get over here, and you know what I mean? Just like the
Definitely, I would see if I could meet Officer Charles and Cerulean, and we could discuss about it. Yeah, yeah. I used to do like I went to military school, so I've been going. I started going to military school since I was 3. So yeah, I'm really so involved with the military environment for so long. So, things about police brutality and military stuff. Yeah, they are really topics I really talk about because I grew up seeing my father spend up more than 20 years in the military before he retired in 2006. Yeah, and the the officers in the United States are really, as we say, like let me make some little information. We know that the American police came out from the slave patrol team, right? The
mm,
Nigerian army came out from the same slave raiding patrol team. So that's why those
exactly
guys,
because nobody needed it.
yeah,
Needed
because
it.
even the same thing with the
Look.
Ghanaian
If me,
army.
you, and J Dog got the same apartment building, right?
Yeah,
We're all the 3 apartments or 4 apartments in that building, right? We don't
yeah,
need police. We're all the police. Everybody in all the apartments is the police.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, Victor, doom, doom, doom. Hey, quiet down. I gotta sleep. Oh, okay, okay, Ray. You know what I mean? J Dog said, oh, hey, I'm doing a live stream. Hey, chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think
But
what the black,
everybody gotta respect everybody else. But if some stranger comes in there or somebody stealing, hey, why are you stealing? What's wrong with
crew,
you?
do you know about the vigilante group that we have in Africa, where a certain street or certain location will have their own vigilante crew to take care of the neighborhood. I think that's really good for the black community in the U.S., where we need to have our own vigilante. We can't just be dependent on the police that is used to terrorize the black community in the U.S. I think we need our own
But you know,
vigilante group.
vigilante is a bad word out here.
I know.
Vigilante is a bad
No,
word. They
yeah. So yeah, but yes, we need to. What the point is we
We need
really need to
an,
get to the point of
yeah.
policing our own communities and stuff, like the Black Panthers did.
Yep.
Remember, the
Yep.
Black Panther Party
Uh-huh.
actually policed their own communities, and then there was an actual
Yep.
all black police department in Boston called the Soul Patrol. You see,
Uh-huh.
but of course, the white racists did not want that to happen, so they tried to get rid of both, and they unfortunately were successful.
and that's where all the gangs started was from
Uh-huh.
protecting black folks from white folks. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? All of them, the GDs, the you
The
know what I mean?
Crips, the Bruhs,
Yeah,
yes,
Chris
the
Blood,
yeah, the original
you know
method
what I
of
mean?
the gang, the
Blackstone
original method
Rangers, all that shit.
The original method of the gang was not to sell drugs. That was because the government put drugs in the community. But the original method of the
And they
gang
were already illegal, right?
was, yeah, the original method of the gang was to
Since the
protect
gangs are already technically
community
illegal.
from outsiders. It was the
Right.
original gangs were to protect the neighborhood from outsiders. That's why gang territory. They sometimes were willing to help communities, but now today's gangs destroy other communities or each other. All right, now I want to move
Yeah,
on
that's
to
because they
our
got
next
infiltrated.
topic.
Yep.
Yeah, now I want to move on to our next topic. The First Them movement. Tariq Nasheed himself, he's actually created another movement, and then I think he's gotten some issues with Mr. One Terry Crews. I even did a video about how Terry Crews and Tiana Burks are traitors of the community and how the First Them has actually exposed them for the traitors they are. So first, I'm going to
Oh yeah,
go.
that was a great video earlier. Y'all got to go watch that dog video from earlier
Yes,
because
it's
he
called.
snapped on that.
I might show it here, but yeah, check it out. Um, oops, sorry about that. Dang
Yeah,
it.
we can also talk about Alison Mock too, because she's
Yeah, she's part of that. Crap, I just lost
uh-huh
that video, but I could find it.
ex-culting, and she should be given the whole book,
Right
but we
here.
know
Here
the
it is.
sister.
This, of course, is Melissa Mack. So I decided to join in the First Them movement. And I even had 1 retweet and 2 likes. So everyone talks about the cult that R. Kelly had, but they never talked about
Oh,
this star's cult where she actually branded her victims, but no one talked about it. This is
yep.
Melissa Mack. Yeah, if you've heard of her in anything else, the only place I've only known was Smallville. I didn't really watch Smallville, but we know that's the story of Superman, how Superman became Superman. Right now, there's a show called Gotham that talks about the events before he became the Batman. That's what Smallville did, but that was only for Superman. So she was one of the stars, and she ended up getting involved with this cult, but they kept it under the rug. And so the First Them movement would also take old articles of white people or people of other races that have been accused of sexual misconduct but don't get talked about because they're too focused on the black guy. Tariq Nasheed, who was one of the help of the creators of the First Them, have just did one on Bryan Singer. And this was because just recently came out, Bryan Singer, 4 men just appeared out of nowhere, and one of them has come out and said that Bryan Singer abused them. You know that if you've seen movies like the Fox X-Men movies, I've watched them, have them Blu-ray and whatever. That was because I didn't know about this stuff about Bryan Singer until recently, and maybe even a couple years ago. All this stuff started coming out. And Bryan Singer, he was involved with this movie, and the reason why a lot of people are mad at him at the Golden Globes was because this movie won a Golden Globe, is nominated for Academy. So the excuse that they're trying to come up with turns out be true, was that he was fired from the projects, but that he had some credit. He was the one that picked the star and actually began production on the movie about Creed. And see, Bryan Singer, he still gets to work, but who got punished? Nate Parker. And here's the ironic part: Nate Parker was acquitted. They found proof he did not go after that one woman. What?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like Kale's. Like they're trying to bring up some shit. He already went to trial for it and was acquitted.
Yes.
Like what the hell are y'all trying to do? You know what I mean? Like what are you trying to do? It's all these people that got evidence and got cases against them right now, and you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
I had some what they call blue check Negroes, try to argue with me about Harvey Weinstein and why I talked about how was defending Taja P. Henson on, she's saying if we're gonna mute R. Kelly, why don't we mute Harvey Weinstein? And I defended, and some blue check Negroes was like, she's an auntie. It's about the black girls and stuff. No, they're using the R. Kelly situation for an excuse to target black men. Harvey Weinstein, they're not talking about how his cases are getting dropped, but there's like he's in trial.
Exactly.
He's in
I'm
trial.
all for
R. Kelly is not. No, you're right.
I'm all for it. Let's balance it out.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. Let's balance it out. If you're gonna get us, get you too.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
That's why Tariq Nasheed created First Them. First Them
Yeah.
is to call out the hypocrisy. Now back to what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, he is on trial, but did you know that his cases got dropped and that he may have others and they can get dropped? But yet, when Bill Cosby on trial with no proof that he did the things and has had proof of innocence, and it was just hearsay, they still took him to jail. If more black
Yeah.
men are in
Off,
jail for this
no evidence.
and not more white males, why you think First Them was created? But you have people like Tarana Burke trying to say, why is my job to go after white men? I don't know. Maybe because who you think gets away with a lot of the crimes in this country, and who do you think, even if they're innocent, gets punished for a lot of the crimes, even when they are innocent and no evidence is against them? Yeah. Why you think that they're only going after black people, and how come the only person that's jailed is a black person, and the only white person or that has court cases, they're getting dropped?
And the
They
person that they jailed, they bent all kind of laws to throw him in jail. Like
Yes,
they threw out the law. They threw out the Constitution. They threw out everything. Like it doesn't make sense.
and that's why you have the We Believe in Cosby with Nicole View. They're trying to get the judge and that prosecutor investigated.
Yeah, because I'm with Nicole's view on that. Like, he never said anything incriminating. He never. There is no evidence against him. None at all. None. Like people beat murder cases with more evidence against them.
Did you
You know what I
know?
mean? I'm talking about just regular old dudes off the street with a public defender beat murder cases that have way more evidence than what was used against Bill Cosby.
I know. Y'all heard that. Did you hit? Guess what Terry Crews said? He said on this Vlad TV that we should forgive Donald Sterling. That people should be outraged about that. Just like they were outraged when Erica Badu said that we should send a prayer to R. Kelly for his mental health because he was molested by his older sister, which led to probably parts of his behavior. But I don't see no big giant outrage when Donald Sterling, when he wanted to forgive Donald Sterling. Now there was outrage against him when he was defending and uh, Gina Rodriguez, but you know the reason why black women went after him is because Gina Rodriguez is Hispanic, so that's when they're gonna bring that interracial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But another reason is because Gina Rodriguez did get in trouble for saying stuff that people thought was anti-black, and she's all in the radio stations crying, saying she's black Latino. I'm like, don't look it.
Yeah, the thing is that it's funny that you have people that will cut their throats when Erica Badu said that we should look at R. Kelly's issue as someone that was victimized as a child, and then everybody was going all irate and all crazy. But Tony, oh man, Crew, oh man, that dude has I don't know, like that guy needs help. Even with the way he acts his movies, you know that guy's a buck dancer, and he's
Oh
saying
No,
yeah,
but J Dog said it though, right?
Jay.
Look, when Erica said, "Oh, we need to pray for R. Kelly," the whole world got outraged. But when they said, "Go pray for that other dude," oh, everybody's silent. All you hear is cricket. Nobody.
everybody's cricket.
Like, oh, what the hell? That motherfucker, like, he actually took shit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. He actually took it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he is like no, he's the bad guy, not just bad decisions. No, that's a bad guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a totally bad guy, and
All
everybody
right.
saying,
All right. So we
Everybody's
have.
quiet.
I want to give a couple shout outs to people that are in the chat room. We got Penny Sparks and we got Huey P. Newson. So shout out to these two. Welcome to the show. So we're about to move on. Let's see what's all right. Since we get the situation, let's talk about the Chris Brown situation. Turned out
Oh, okay.
he's now following a lawsuit against the accuser. It turns out the accuser lied about the whole thing. That's
Okay.
right. According to, and there's even cops saying that they have a big problem with the accuser's version of the story. According to this, I found out that Chris Brown was with his girl. I think is it the girlfriend or wife? Well, he was with another woman. I think it's his girlfriend or wife, or I think that's the title of the woman, but yeah. So
Mm.
there was no way he could have been with this French model if he was with his own woman.
Oh
Uh,
man.
and now he's filing a defamation lawsuit. Yeah, he's filing a lawsuit.
he's a defamation of character suit.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
hope he pushes forward. And I also hope he goes after some of these media outlets. I hope he finds a way to force these media outlets to publicly apologize to him. He's already got one person apologizing to him, and that's this woman right here.
Don't show
Yeah.
me Eve.
Yeah.
You know
Chris Brown.
Harvey already talked about her, and I agree with Harvey.
No, seriously, Chris Brown should file like a 500 trillion lawsuit all the way down in Paris for real. 500 trillion dollars. What the hell?
All right, Huey P. Newson is in the chat. So how you doing, Huey P. Newson?
What's up, family? How y'all doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? Just got this email, man, and just stepped in to holler at you, brother. What's up, J Dog? How everybody doing on the panel, man? Everybody in the chat.
What up, bro?
Peace.
What's up?
Yeah,
So right
how
now
you doing?
we talking about the Chris Brown situation. I might talk about some other topics that we recently talked about to help you catch up, but right now we're getting to the Chris Brown. Now Chris Brown has gotten some defenders, including T.I., who said that it's all part of a conspiracy, which is true. He's being used as a proxy to go after black men. You even had Justin Bieber, a white person. I'm like, but you had white artists defending Chris Brown, and now Eve was forced to make some kind of fake apology.
See, we know that since the Rihanna Chris Brown treatment, they have always been bugging Chris Brown, disturbing the brother. Even when the brother was still balling, they're still bugging him all the time. Like, what the hell?
I
Jeez.
know. That's why when he does this lawsuit, he needs to do this lawsuit to the point where he's also putting lawsuits against the media for defamation of character, defamation of character.
That's only if
500
you.
trillion
I would say so, but I haven't read any of the articles. You know what I mean? If they're just opinions, oh, I think this or I think that, you can't sue somebody over that. But even if they reported on, Chris Brown is arrested on rape allegations, they can't be sued on that. They can only be sued if they say, oh, Chris Brown is a rapist. Now, if they put that on the headline, now you can sue them. Like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry for cussing. But, like, no, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? You have no evidence to prove that. You're defaming me. But if they say you're arrested, which he actually was like detained for that charge, they're just reporting what happened. The truth is a positive defense against defamation. It's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because they're trying to bring that brother down. They're doing everything to make sure. And this is like, oh, this gets into 10 years that they should let the brother be, man.
The real,
like,
do you know the real reason why they're also trying to bring him down? You want to know why?
What?
He got his master's.
What reason?
He got his master's. That's correct. Crew gave it to you right there. He got his master's. He's the youngest artist to ever own his own masters. A lot of record companies do not like that to happen when it comes to the artists. Matter of fact, what happened to Michael Jackson, he needs to really protect himself now. That's why he needs to go forward with these lawsuits, goes after the media, and he needs to protect himself. Stop partying, spend time with your daughter and your family, stop doing dumb stuff in these situations, because you're going to
close up your circle.
Michael Jackson and Prince, they all of a sudden they got to own all their masters. They owned a piece of maybe Sony or Warner Brother record labels. Michael Jackson owned a lot of stuff, so don't call him that he died broke. No, he owned a lot of stuff, including from other artists. He was even willing to give back some of that stuff because he didn't want to be some controller. But what happened? He dies of a cardiac arrest. I think that doctor was sent to him to murder. I even looked at the video. They're saying that they plant the it was all part of their plan to kill Michael Jackson. Prince dying of opioids. I think they purposely drugged him and killed him.
Yep, that's what they do. The same thing with Whitney Houston too. Jeez.
I
think someone killed Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And do you know what that does to your mind when you look at, like, okay, you got Michael Jackson, you got Prince, you got Whitney Houston, then Whitney Houston's daughter, and it's like, okay, those are the biggest artists ever. You feel me? Those are the biggest of our artists ever. And look what happened to them. Dog, that's them taking the buck and trying to break them.
See, when they decided to fight back against the record labels and against the system, is when they killed them all.
Them took them out. Yeah.
All right.
We have to always watch our back all the time because seriously, we have war.
Yes. And that is why we need to be focused on creating our own record labels. Crew, you're doing independent music. There needs to be more people like you doing independent music and not just going to the will of the system and its record labels.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next topic. We want to talk about the Covington Catholic boy and the incident. Trump wants to meet with the boy who was staring in front of that Native American. Meanwhile, it looks like there's a criminal history of the Native American. I don't really know much of the story, but the real target I think they were really trying to target is the Israelites, the Black Israelites.
It's a diversion.
Yes.
They always want to target us. No, all those white supremacists over there? No, don't mind them. They don't exist. But look at these Hebrew Israelites. Look at these YouTubers. It's Hebrew Israelites on YouTube.
Yeah, Professor Black. Oh, Lord. Professor Black Truth says that the Israelite incident was that the Israelites were the earliest of new media, because the Israelites, they got a lot of channels on YouTube and maybe even on Black Junction and other social media sites. They got accounts on Twitter. They're going all over the place. They got followers, worshipers. So,
But they form on social media and actually are on the ground getting shit done. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
in their way, but yes, and that is why that was why the mainstream media targeted them the most, because they actually can counter against the mainstream media both on social media and on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is that we see a lot of the Hebrew Israelites on the streets, saying things that are really true. And the fact is that people should understand that the Caucasoids are running out of ideas. One of the major things about this
Hold
system
on, stop
that
for a
I'm
second. You're
scared
breaking
of,
up.
it's fear.
You're
Fear
breaking
that they
up.
will lose everything.
All right, you're gonna have to say some of that stuff all over again because he was breaking up.
YouTube is on work now. Okay. Like the Caucasoid knows that his time, like I always say that there's always an end to an empire. And the Caucasoid knows that their time is running out.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing in YouTube with our brothers speaking out, us speaking out on YouTube on certain things, they don't like that. They don't like that at all because they know that people are waking up now, and it's happened not just in America, it's happening on a global scale. You have people in the UK like this, Black YouTubers in the UK speaking up like this. And so the Caucasoids in power don't like this. They don't like that the fact that people are now waking up and they can see all the bullshit now. So we just need more of our people to understand that we are at war. This is war. This is war. And the problem about the Caucasoid is that they are scared. The problem for losing everything now, fear of losing this thing that they hold on to. Okay. They can wear all the MAGA hats saying make America great again and whatever. But we know that this is a sinking ship anyway.
I mean, they're already going to war with Tariq Nasheed on Twitter. You got celebrities, you have racists, you have Fox News. They're already going to war with Tariq on social media. You have The Root, about the way that new movement that Tariq Nasheed created is called Mute the Root. Because The Root has been anti-straight black male. So Tariq has been really on their butts, and now they've gone to war against him. Roland has called them out. They're also gone to war against Professor Black Truth and Cynthia G
Yeah.
and Phil, especially Professor Black Truth. They've been censoring his videos.
Yeah, because the guy has been consistent speaking his mind and telling people what's going on. Okay, so it's not like I will keep saying like for us in the continent, we know that the United States of America has been showing us in Africa in a bad light, and I think we have some YouTubers coming out from the continent. Also, not true that you have people like Dr. Mumi Saraki, where she's speaking so much about the continent and giving people insight that this mainstream Caucasoid media is nothing but to try and bring the people down in the continent, but it's all lies. And the fact that we have to put our legs on the accelerator and still keep pushing on and keep putting it out there, no matter what happens.
Hold on, Victor, he's there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Meanwhile, in sports, you have the LDBC been going to war with certain boxers, certain boxing trainers, certain boxing outlets, or other sports media outlets. You had Town Business going after Stephen A. Smith and other boxing channels. So yeah, LDBC is another new media that we are supporting here on this channel. I support the LDBC, and they've been going to war with a lot of people on social media. and stuff like that. Oh, welcome back.
Lions Den.
Huey P. Newson is back. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. My bad. I had got a phone called in real quick. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, the Chris Brown situation, man. You know, man, that's just a funny situation, man. All of this, everything that's going on, man, is just, man, this is a big situation going on all around the world. This shit is just everywhere. It ain't just that, man. There's a whole lot of shit going on in the world, man. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about how the black online media is already being targeted. Of course, you got trolls who go into our chat rooms and stuff. Yep. I had to delete someone when I was defending the First Them movement on their war against Tarana Burke. See, Tarana Burke, she is really upset about this First Them movement. See, that's another person. Terry Crews is now going to war with Tariq Nasheed on social media. So, yes, this is exactly what the Hebrew Israelites are going through, is when us, the grassroots of the black community from the ground up, see, they can, the mainstream media, they can control the celebrities. They can control the mainstream media black newscasters. They can even control some of the athletes, with the exception of Muhammad Ali and Colin Kaepernick. They couldn't control them. There are some athletes and celebrities they can't control, but the majority of them they can control. But us in the grassroots,
they can't control us.
On a white
they can't control
like
us.
YouTube, they can't control us that much.
No way. Yep. And the fact is that we have a lot of white supremacy YouTubers on YouTube. They're also protecting all these races and stuff. And they all do is about talking about, you know, how Jewish people are doing to them. And it's funny enough that there's no difference between the Caucasus and the Jew, because they're all walking the same arm to arm to take us out. Anyway, so this is war, man. This is war. I keep saying that this is serious war.
Yeah, you're talking about them fake the white Jew.
Yeah, all right. It's definitely a war going on out here, man. But it's like the war. In war, we have to know who we fighting. Like if I know I wanted to be a boxing champion of the world, I had to. It depends on what weight class I was. If I was in Floyd weight class, I need to fight him to become the champion. Now, if I was in the ring trying to become the champion and I was in the fight and it was somebody else that showed up, like Manny Pacquiao came to show up and I wanted to be the champion, what am I fighting for? You feel me? So like with me saying that is, we are losing the fight right now because we don't recognize the enemy. We think that the enemy is just the Caucasian or the white motherfucker. When we realize that it's people of our color or our skin tone and this, that, and third at the top of the totem pole, this is when we realize we're going to have to fight it. You feel me? Because it ain't just the white man that's holding all of us down. There's people of color at the top of this totem pole too. It's the haves and the have-nots. It ain't no white and the black thing. This is what we losing at. This is my push. When we pushing this white and this black narrative, we playing right into their hands. We ain't gonna fucking never win.
Yeah, the hate.
There's a white supremacy or white superior than us, or it's a white superior. They're like, man, okay, either we the collective conscious and we woke and we realize that we are now black and white is not the truth. Only thing that's dark and white is what we operate in another realm. Like this physical realm is white, but if we operate in our blacks, which is our dark, what is our thought? You feel what I'm saying? This is where the black and white shit separates at.
Yes. The Haitian Revolution, they didn't just go after the white people. They went after the other slaves that were obedient to the slavers. All right. As a matter of fact, they had to create a black on black war, black civil war first before they went after the white supremacists, but not the Crip and Blood kill each other. No, their black versus black war was to go after their traitors, the Sambos, the house Negroes, and then they went after the white supremacists because they know that if those traitors stick around, that's what's going to mess up their revolution.
Yeah, definitely. That's, you're right,
There
J Dog.
kind of
Like,
needs to be a Black Civil War, but not just random killings. We need to use the Black Civil War to go after the traitors, like some of these celebrities and these other Sambos that are on social media and stuff. All right, now our next topic, I want to talk about what happened on Martin Luther King. You had young kids riding bikes in protest against gun violence for Martin Luther King. You know, this was probably be something that King himself and maybe the family would have been proud of, only to have it ruined by this white couple that messed up everything. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you the video.
America, America.
This woman wanted to lie and claim that they ran over her toe and stuff like that. So,
we know them.
And look who came to save her. Super racist.
Oh.
You fucking losers! You ran over my foot! Fucking stupid niggas. You guys keep moving! Fucking dumbass fucking niggas.
Calling us the N-word.
Y'all gonna make the news. That's fine.
Oh, they're gonna make the news, all right.
Oh god.
They're at least gonna be viral. And they are. Bunch of idiot racists. So look what's happening to the guy. The guy by the name of, I believe it's you know what? I don't even want to care. He could be facing hate crime charges, and he's still trying to rationalize why he said the N-word.
Well,
his name is Mark Bartlett. He's 51. He claims you just used the N-word, so stop saying you're not racist. Now look what happened to the woman. Diana Scully. She loses her job.
Loses her job.
I don't know what her job is, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just happy she lost her job.
Yep.
She probably can't face criminal charges, but unless, of course, it's for lying and trying to create a scam. But the good news is she lost her job.
The thing is that we should, see the power of the camera. So
yeah, that's why them cops want to get rid of all them body cams. Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, we talked about how the cops want to get rid of all the body cams, and now you see one of the real reasons why they want to get rid of all these cameras and stuff.
Yep.
Stuff like this.
Yep. Always have the camera to video all kinds of nonsense, so yeah, it's very necessary. Have it on handy. Can never tell.
Yep. So, Huey, what do you have to say about this? Huey, are you there?
Yeah, I think he muted himself.
Yeah, I know. I see you muted yourself. I just want to know if he was there or does he know. But yeah, this white couple wanted to be all ignorant and stupid and racist and stuff. A bunch of black kids. All these black kids wanted to do was, oh look, the real Aaron Collins is here. How's it going?
Hello, Aaron Collins. How you doing? It's Vic.
What's going on, brothers?
What's up, G?
What's happening? Well, what's going on, Huey and CRU, J Dog, Victor? What's going on, guys?
Well, we're fine.
Yeah, we're talking about the incident that happened with the kids who were just riding their bikes in celebration of Martin Luther King as part of a protest against gun violence. When you have this couple about to create more gun violence, and call using the N-word. Now he's facing criminal charges. The white woman has lost her job.
Good. I feel nothing for them.
There's some other topics I wanted to talk about before we continue to the people who just showed up. Earlier, we talked about 2 incidents that involved strip searching. One incident involved 4 black young 12-year-old girls by a nurse and an assistant principal. Another one was an incident in Illinois, and the girl incident and the young girls was in New York. In Illinois, you had an incident where a black Marine vet was strip searched by the police deputies.
A black Marine vet was strip searched by. First of all, deputies aren't allowed to strip search people,
but they did. And then you always hear about, we got to defend the troops, we got to honor the troops. That's what they said to Colin Kaepernick when he was protesting. But he wasn't protesting against the vets. He was protesting against the thing that vet suffered from, police brutality. And she was a vet. Where are these feminist groups? Where were the troops? Where was the feminist women, the groups, when it happened to those young girls at that New York middle school that I was talking about earlier? I don't see that you had people like, we got to protect our girls from R. Kelly. Those same people are not there to protect the young girls from a nurse and a principal at a middle school.
Yeah, I agree. Where's Me Too and Time's Up then? I agree.
Yeah, they were not there. No, you know what the B2 is Time's Up have been focused on, or at least Tawana Burke being angry that a new movement is calling them out called the First Them movement. That I even joined in when I talked about Alyssa Mack, the cult leader. Yet they want to talk about how R. Kelly's a cult leader. Why don't you talk about Alyssa Mack?
We know that Alyssa Mack's cult leader was definitely crazy, so there's no, geez.
Yeah, branding her big. I don't remember R. Kelly doing any branding, and some of those girls were willing to be involved. The Alyssa Mack, she was branding them. What was R. Kelly doing with the girls? They didn't even told what R. Kelly actually did at the cult. They did talk about Alyssa Mack.
Yeah, definitely. Alyssa Mack was branding her victims, definitely. That was awful, And
we talked about how the Israelites were being used as a proxy, and when that incident happened, they're attacking them just to go after new black media.
Yeah, because they know that we're speaking out, and they're like, geez, this is because I said this is war now. We need to speak up.
I know. Chris Brown's accuser actually lied about what happened to her. Chris Brown was actually with his girlfriend or wife or whoever.
Yeah, they're just trying to get Chris Brown because we know he has his masters, and they
he's the youngest, so he definitely needs to be careful.
Yep,
he needs to be careful. He will end up like Prince and Michael Jackson. We talked about that.
Yeah, the guy should watch. Should always watch his back, man. Seriously, everywhere he goes, watch his back.
All right. There was another incident I wanted to talk about. There was this Colorado congresswoman that wanted to say that white people were lynched just as much as black people.
I saw that. I was like, this woman is crazy.
Yeah, drug.
Yeah, they always want to play tit for tat. They can.
Huey P. Newton. Newsom. What do you have to say to all the topics I've just talked about just now?
I think the guy just left the hangout.
All right. Yeah.
No, but seriously, like for that Colorado woman, that's stupid. Like, come on, man. Even I know I wasn't born in the US, but I know that it's our people that were lynched and hanged on trees. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna share my screen again as soon as I get rid of this thing.
They always have to come up with some kind of comparable form of oppression.
Yeah, some doggone bullshit.
They want to come into the instant victim mode.
Here's some good news. This black Colorado State House member actually responded to the person who made the thing. So I'm gonna it's Lisa Headrod, and she's going at it at Laura Sane. That was the white lady that said that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
There must be a counterattack, man. Jeez.
All right, here's a video that I probably want to show.
I'll go on mute.
All right, let me enlarge it real quick too. Yeah.
Americans.
All right, here.
Representative Sane. Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. Colleagues, we are standing in the moral arc of history today as we celebrate a reverend that changed history for all Americans. We have come a long way on that arc since the Reconstruction, when whites and blacks alike were in nearly equal numbers lynched for the crime of being Republican.
That's a lie.
But we celebrate
Big lie.
the fortitude of Martin Luther King and many others who endured
Liar.
ridicule, their lives to force federal and state governments to recognize all Americans of every race, creed.
First of all, where's that guy? Where's when you need that guy? I wish there was a black guy that did what that one guy did when Obama was talking. He was like, "You lie." Yeah, well, that guy, we need him.
Religion as equals. And Americans of every race, creed, and religion stood with Reverend King to secure these recognitions.
Also lie. When he
realized
that he integrated this country to a burning building, they killed him because he started acting radical.
And rights for all.
Even though he was actually defending and wanted us to get more jobs and our reparations.
Reverend King was a radical truth teller, but he did so in love. That was supernatural, because it was. King compared his situation in the Birmingham jail to that of the Apostle Paul and strived to be a doer of the word, not just a hearer of the word. King's speeches were salted with the word of God. There's a lot of talk of love.
It's amazing to me how they want to throw up scriptures and stuff to
that is relevant today.
They do.
Yeah.
And it says, if I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, do not have love.
Lie.
Only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all the mysteries and knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move.
Okay, I can't stand this. Out of the. All right.
Take out, man. This.
Yeah. Okay. We don't want to. We're gonna
give over my body to hardship.
All the lies.
We're going to end this before people's ears start hurting and start losing their hearing.
And people start people start getting angry.
Talk out of her ass. So, move on to another topic. Well, first of all, what do y'all have to think about that?
Lies. Becky can lie.
Like I said before, they always have to come up with some kind of comparable form of oppression, but which is false, in order to justify what they are, and to also victimize themselves, so the world can have some kind of sympathy for them, when they have always been the biggest. The biggest. What's the word I'm looking for?
Destructive machine.
For that, suppliers of this type of degradation and oppression on other groups.
I'm looking at the comment.
They've always been the biggest aggressors.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the comment from Hera. It said that unfortunately I can't say the same for Lauren Sane. So yeah, like I said, there was some black representatives that responded very unhappy with her. So now, since we are into politics, probably what could be our final topic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? I want to play this real quick so to cheer us up before we continue on. There's some someone playing the drum while we're listening to Farrakhan talk about Martin Luther King. So let's play this real quick. Ah, dang it, lost it.
Because it is
All right.
I'm raising Dr. King because it is wrong for you to say that man died because he had a dream. That man was a revolutionary thinker in the last days of his life. His inner circle turned on him. They didn't agree with him talking against the war in Vietnam. He was hurting that his own staff, some of them disagreed with him. Then churches denied him. They didn't want him in their pulpit. Don't you let them throw dream speech on you from 63. Let them play for you the speech that he made in New York City when he condemned hypocrisy of the Johnson government that's fighting a war in Vietnam against poor people there and practicing violence. Then want Dr. King to preach non-violence to us while they're training you to kill people that never did nothing to you overseas.
All right. Now that's some truth speaking. So what y'all have to think about that?
Yeah, we know that Dr. King was surrounded by people that wanted to take him out anyway, because the United States government saw him as a really big threat. They just said, okay, we can't get him from outside his crew, we'll get him from inside. So yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Now let's get on to our final topic. As soon as I can find it. All right, here it is. We're going to talk about Kamala Harris. Okay, no, that's not it. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about this woman right here.
Harris, okay.
Yes. Kamala Harris on Martin Luther King holiday decided she was going to run for the 20 presidential for president and run in 2020, which is next year. This is her. Okay, lost that. Okay, this is her with her husband.
Oh, okay.
I hear someone saying, "You expect us to believe these two are listening to Cardi B when the cameras are off?" So she's talking about this. First of all, Cardi B doesn't really claim she's black, even though Dominicans are considered black. She doesn't claim she's black. She's doing the same thing Hillary is doing, and that's pandering to the black community instead of actually bringing policies. Matter of fact, this one guy right here said that she has a pro-Israel agenda, a pro-Wall Street agenda, pro-LGBT agenda, pro-open borders agenda, but has no black agenda. Where's building Black Wall Street? Where is reparations? Where is ending police brutality permanently? Where is agriculture for black farmers who were sold fake seeds? Where is better education for black people? Making sure that these Afrocentric schools are funded, that we are have our history the right way to the black community. Where is better job opportunities? Where is ending these hypocrisies against us in the justice system, like freeing our people of the crack epidemic, the justice system, stop being racist against black people? Where's all that? That some things are going to actually, what are you going to do for the black community alone?
Yeah, so many stuff, so many things.
You have to work on the other communities here because it's America. But what are you going to do for the black people here specifically? not people of color, not minorities, because we are not all the same. In fact, the real minority, soon to be the real minorities, is the so-called majority.
Definitely.
Now, here's something else that was also now Tariq Nasheed was like, I bet you she's going to show up in one of her campaign speeches wearing some micro braids. Okay, I did mention that. See, now there were some people that are now defending Kamala Harris and saying, and even trying to blame black men for why Kamala Harris is not going to lose. Number one, there's other candidates that people are voting for. People are even going for the other so-called black candidate, Cory Booker. But I mean, we got to be careful of Cory Booker. He's like Obama 2.0. So I don't either. We need a real black candidate that's going to be really for our community. Yeah, he's going to have to make sure because he's the president of the country, but you get what I mean. But he says here, when white men were criticizing Hillary Clinton, you never heard all this misogyny talk from any liberals directed at white women, but this term is always hurled at black men. Remember, 50 to 60% of white women voted for Trump, and then this guy right here actually spelled misogyny wrong. Yes, idiot.
Yeah, Tyrion caught him on that one in his video, Tyrion Rain.
And stuff like that. You're gonna love this one. Oh, this one is even way stupid. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna have to try to turn up the volume. Hold on. Sorry about that, folks. Let me turn up the volume because I can't hear.
As always, you will make the right choice. And as always, Wakanda forever. Paid for by Kamala Harris.
Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell is this? Are you really? This tells you right there, she has never tried to do anything for the black community. And I mean, there are other candidates that are now trying to pander. Cory Booker, Bernie Sanders.
Oh God!
Here's the next question. Don't have no sense.
Look, check the.
A song from my movements. A song that has always made me dance. Check the rhyme, A Tribe Called Quest. You know I'm talking about fights.
Are you know, okay, now you're really insulted. You know, that's it. I've had it up to here. I'm do you see this? And I know why she's doing this. I mean, how hard does a black candidate have to pander to his or her actual community? Tells you right there, she has not done anything for our community. All right? And there's records. He put more black people in prison, but yet refused to go after Steve Mnuchin, who did a lot of corruption with his bank, and nothing happened. And you know where Steve Mnuchin is? He was just appointed to Treasury by Donald Trump, who she's supposed to be running, quote unquote, running against if she gets the nomination. But you helped Donald Trump get an ally into his administration by not prosecuting him. And then there's the whole situation involving Oscar Grant. He died when he was shot at that metro station by that police officer. When Kamala Harris prosecuted, you know what? That cop only stayed in jail for 11 freaking months.
Wow. Wow.
The cop that killed Oscar Grant was claiming he was trying to go for his taser and grabbed his gun by mistake. But even if he was trying to go for his taser, why were you going for it anyway if he was already on the ground? So Kamala Harris is the one who prosecuted that case.
And I wonder what the Grant family is saying.
I was actually asking a question: is Kamala Harris the one that prosecuted that case? She presided over that case.
I hope someone talks to the Grant family about this situation. I hope someone talks to the Grant family because this was very insulting.
As far as I know, she was the district attorney.
Barry, the mayor of D.C. didn't have to do all this pandering to his to the black community. He did stuff for the community. Yeah, he has flaws. He actually did stuff. That's why it was easier for him to be voted back in.
Hold on, J-Dog. I think Crew was saying something.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Crew.
No, I was saying, yeah, I do think. Hold on, I got a phone call. Hold on.
Yeah, actually, Barack Obama, he actually endorses Kamala Harris.
You know what? Forget it. Forget him. I was one of those people that was trying to defend Obama, but not anymore. I mean, I probably stopped defending Obama a long time ago. Some members do. Some members still do, but
I don't defend Obama because Obama is no different from an African president sellout that sells his people, for less than $1 anyway. So people tell me, Vic, why can you say that he's the first Black American president? I'm like, well, he's the first mulatto president, not black. Jeez.
He's actually biracial. He's not fully black. He's biracial. And another thing, Marion Barry, and the reason why it was easier for him to get
Obama's a descendant of slaves.
Yeah.
Because his father is directly from the continent. Barack Obama Sr. His dad is a Kenyan national. His mom was a white woman from Carolina or something.
Whatever. Marion Barry, I want to get back to him. The reason why it was easier for him to be back in despite his issues was because he kind of actually did some policies for the black community. And, that's why they really hate him, and that's why they did all that stuff against him. See, he didn't have to do all that pandering, the Black Panther and stuff like that. I know why white and Asian people will do it because they need the black vote, but when a black person has to do all that, that shows you right there he is not for the black community, but knows that the black community is the only real way you're ever going to win an election when it comes to votes. Matter of fact, the people she put in prison that were innocent and Oscar Grant could have been some of the voters if they were either still out of prison or alive. If she really did the black vote so badly, that's more people. No, now that she's now running, it's the guilt and the stupidity is starting to catch up to her.
Oh, she should forget it. We see the whole line underneath.
The poll numbers already show she don't even have a chance, even with our support.
Wow. Well,
she definitely has a chance to beat Trump because the racists are definitely not going to make the same mistake when it came to Obama. They can't take the risk no more.
Yep. Because, as I said, this is serious war.
But that's all I have to say. She's going to have to really do something that wants us to change our minds about her. Otherwise, it's already over. It's already showing that she's already lost. That's why some of these people like Roly Poly Martin are conscious black people.
Roland Martin.
And then you have some bitter black feminists already angry at black men because Kamala Harris she's not gonna lose because black men don't vote for her. She's already been defeated. And once you look up her history, you'll find the real reason why no one is going to vote for her.
Well, is Jason Whitlock camping for her too?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Iron Fist, Spyro. Yeah, we're talking about the whole election. Yeah. And like I said, Cardi B, listening to Cardi B does not even want to recognize herself as black.
Yeah. They always say, I'm Dominican. No problemo, no problemo.
Yes, you're black Latino. The rest of the world is going to consider you as black Latinos, whether you like it or not. Black Caribbean, whether you like it or not.
They need serious help.
Yes.
You have
the biggest coons of the Caribbean.
You have the same hair like I have, and you say, I'm no black, I'm Puerto Rico, I'm Dominican.
Yeah.
They don't realize that Dominican or Puerto Rican is not a race, it's a nationality.
Yes, nationality and
Hispanic and Latino is a culture.
Yeah.
It's a culture. People get culture and race confused.
Yes. The race is the skin color. All right? The skin color of the individual. Remember, all these countries in the Caribbean and Africa, and even here, majority of the natives were dark-skinned. Some extremely dark-skinned, just like the Africans. What happened was you had the Spanish colonizers go to countries like Puerto Rico and Cuba and the Dominican Republic, while France invaded Italy. France invaded Haiti. Spain also invaded Barbados. Meanwhile, who invaded America and Canada? The British. Oh, matter of fact, the French also invaded another part of Canada. Both British and French had hold of Canada.
And we have Quebec. Quebec is the French-speaking side of Canada. Quebec.
Yeah, the Quebec area, and then I think there's the area of Canada where the people speak English.
Yeah, the capital is Montreal. It's the capital of Quebec. Matter of fact, Quebec actually one time they had a succession attempt. They wanted to succeed from the rest of Canada, become their own sovereign nation.
Yep. You're right. Yeah. And the fact that Quebec and New Brunswick were the French-speaking areas, then the rest are English-speaking. So there's this constant war between the French Canada and English Canada.
Yep. But I think I've covered basically every topic by now. So I know crew left. So do y'all have any final thoughts?
Yeah, you didn't cover the topic about me. I'm running for president. Joke. I'm not.
That's a good one. But seriously, do you have any real last thoughts before we wrap this up?
Bottom line, I think as we just need to really just keep our eyes and ears open around what's going on in the world today. Need to be alert. Need to just be very watchful. Don't be paranoid, but just be very watchful and alert, because we're just living in some very, very shaky times right now. So just be watchful. Yeah. We're living in the last days, as the Bible would say.
Yes.
Yeah, I also agree with Mr. Aaron Collins, because seriously, we live in a world that's really, things are going to get really, really worse. Like I was telling my parents, like, you guys are complaining about certain things happening. The time will come to be so bad. So this is why I tell our people, be watchful, always watch your back, always know what you're doing, because we're living in a very crazy, dynamic world right now.
Yeah. Yeah. We really are living in a crazy world. But right now, this is a real reason why we need to unite as a diaspora. not just unite as a people, but as in America or in Canada, but as a the diaspora, the whole world and stuff.
Global. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I hope that my
Global.
trip to Jamaica, even though I just only went there for fun, I hope that maybe that's a sign that, you know, that we could find a way, because I learned some stuff about Jamaica. So hopefully that can also help with the fact that we need to unite as a people and stuff. That we have been all over this world, and it's now time for us to unite as one people. But that's all I have to say for now. Make sure y'all support the Real Aaron Collins. Real Aaron Collins, if you want to, you can bring your a link to your channel. Same with you, Victor. Support. Make sure you subscribe to Victor. Make sure you also subscribe to Crew. You can just go to the icon or to the three little dots in the chat room that will take them to the channel. Support each other if you can as well. Support Lifetime Machine, Crew, all the people in on social media. Huey P. Newton, Penny Sparks, let's see, Iron Fist, Spyro. I want everyone to support each other. Beneath Spain, everyone.
Soul Alchemy, Dark Void. Yep.
Yes. And not to mention Soul Out. Yep. Oh, I didn't know she was here. But
Yeah, she was here.
Oh, okay. I must have missed her. But yes. But that's all I have to say for now. I'm about to wrap this up. I hope to do another live stream very soon. But thank you for your time. Hope to catch y'all in another video or live stream. So peace, everyone.
So it's good to be with you, J Dog. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Victor.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Aaron Collins. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's end this now. Peace, everybody.